Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Bahashem Rakakadash. For blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. I just did a video on a similar, topic, earlier last week. Or probably maybe last weekend. There was protests in New York City. And that hasn't stopped. It has actually spread, across the country. As you can see, the topic of this video: college protests against the Israel Hamas war spread across the country. Now, most of these people that's protesting is against, you know, the small hats, man. Right? Them those people in the land. Most people are against them, right? The fight for Palestine, this and that. People would always, ask, what do you feel about? Hey, honestly, we don't give a damn about either side, man, because those are not our people. But what I've been seeing is Jake, he's all in the mix. He's protesting, you know, saying that they're being oppressed. What the hell? What about you, man? What about your people? Because when something happens to one of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, don't nobody give a damn, man. Right? Don't nobody give a damn. You don't have other nations out here protesting and fighting for y'all cause, man. Fighting to remove the laws that were set against you, man. They're not looking to do that because what? They're your enemies. They've all came together to destroy you. It tells you that in the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, man. That's what vexes me, man, because our people will go hard for other countries and other people, but when it comes to their people, they don't give a damn. A bunch of sellouts. That's another sign of a damn sellout, man. Who you would fight your people for your enemy and fight for your enemy and not for your people, man. So the Lord has something, right, special for you types of Israelites. And that's death, man. Destruction. You better repent, man. What you're going to soon notice and what you're going to come to realize is that these other nations are not for you. They hate you. They despise you. They want you gone. Right? And it's going to take something very, very drastic to happen for you to see that, man. Right? This Israel-Hamas war, this is all prophecy. This is a sign of this kingdom coming to an end, man. Right? Let's get this real quick, man. This is because everybody would say they believe in God, man. But hey, who you call God, which there's only one true and living God, his name is Yahweh, right? He's all for this happening, right? The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's all for this. He's 100% down with this. This is why it's happening. And the people, all these people on the earth were not made to come together, man, and unite. I don't know why Jake thinks that he can change the ordinance of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You're nothing, nigga. This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye, and these are red letter, man. So this is Yahweh Shah speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I came to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, meaning no. The Lord ain't coming to give peace on the earth, right? It says, but rather division. And that's what you see. A kingdom divided. That's what you see. A kingdom divided, man. Right? The kingdom is divided in every way, man. You got these nations showing their hatred for you, Jakes. You got countries showing their hatred for each other. It's on every level, man. And it's going to increase and it's going to break out, man. And blood is going to touch blood because these peaceful protests is going to turn into weapons drawn. And people not leaving that protest to go home, man. They're going straight to the morgue. You know? So I got two videos, but I'm gonna play this one right now because we're gonna try to get through this as much as we can, as fast as we can, you know. But it's all through the spirit. Yahweh Shem Shah willing to elect the other five, Shalom.
Clashing with police on campuses across the country. California, Texas, New York, and Massachusetts all seeing a new wave of demonstrators amid the Israel-Hamas war. Trevor Alt, then Los Angeles.
And Salakia, we all know that these are orchestrated, you know, protests and riots and unrest, man. We all know this, but it's all the plan and the movie of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. That's who's running the show.
With the latest for us. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael. The demonstrations here essentially shut down USC's campus. Even this morning, students, faculty, staff, they all have to show campus ID just to get in. And this was one of many schools across the country where we saw heated confrontations between these protesters standing up for Gaza and police telling them they needed to leave or they would be removed.
This morning, the nationwide movement of campus demonstrations, leading to sometimes violent clashes. Overnight at Emerson College in Boston, protesters attempting to form a human wall to stop police moving in, up to 100 protesters arrested. Police at the University of Southern California overnight arresting 93 people while removing tents and clearing protesters from a Gaza solidarity camp. One precinct now full of arrested protesters. These tense moments after a scuffle between officers in riot gear and a pro-Palestinian group. The university now closed to anyone but students.
It makes me feel threatened and intimidated, and I think that the anti-Semitic rhetoric must be condemned by the university.
An unauthorized protest breaking out at the University of Texas in Austin.
No, what are you doing?
Dozens arrested as officers used horses to disperse crowds, some nearly crashing into our Mireya Villarreal, who was on the scene. A cameraman filming the demonstration grabbed by police and thrown to the ground. Similar encampments springing up at Brown University and Harvard. And at Columbia, university officials extending a deadline to remove this large encampment to Thursday night as negotiations with students continue.
Myself, my peers, my colleagues, my friends, we're not going to stop. We're not going to rest. We will stand here until the university divests from Israeli apartheid and their genocidal campaign in Gaza.
House Speaker Mike Johnson.
So this is all against, as you've been hearing, this is against the J people, man. This is all coming against you small hats, man. Your end is now. You know? You don't want this to, everybody's seeing your wickedness, your evil, man. You know? And you're not gonna escape, man, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua got something for you, man. You are seeing signs of your kingdom falling. But we know you're still gonna be proud because you still think that you have it all under control, which you don't.
visiting campus, criticizing school officials for allowing the continued demonstrations.
We just can't allow this kind of hatred and anti-Semitism to flourish on our campuses. They have chased down Jewish students. They have mocked them and reviled them. They have shouted racial epithets.
The speaker telling
So when it comes to them, you know, the whole world has to feel their pain, right? Which they ain't the people, man. And the world knows it. The world knows that they are not the people of that land. This is why they're going to look to get rid of the internet, man. They said that that TikTok is on its way out because everybody's finding out that you are not the people of the land, man. You are liars. Even, you know, the small hats even came out and said that most of the things that they were talking back in the days, they're coming out now saying that it was a lie, man. You know, that they weren't in internment camps. So that's out of the horse's mouth. But you see what you got going on. This is Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. So this is what you got in this division, man. People fighting one another. Right? It says, and they shall fight against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, man. On all fronts, on all levels. Right? This is not going to quit. This is not going to stop. Hey, man, this is beautiful, man. Right? Civil unrest is approaching. Like I said, it's starting with peaceful protests and people getting arrested, but it's going to come a time real soon where these peaceful protests, people going to come out and they're going to be, you know, they're going to gear up. They're going to gear up, man. Us, the men of the Lord, hey, we're going to sit back and watch it all play out. Right? And when this thing break out and Yahweh Shem Yahushua remove the 4 angels for the 4 winds to let the destruction flood this earth, out of one Ratazah, we are covered, man, and we are protected. But this anti-word they throw around, this is some new shit, man. They're not the only people, and it's not Semites. These people are retarded and dumb, man. These is no such word as Sem. It's Shem. And they're not the only Shemites on the planet, man. Right? You have the so-called Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, right? Elamite, the East Indians, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are all Shemites, man. Africans are not Shemites. Africans are Hamites. Right? Them Hawaiians, Polynesians. A lot of those what they call them? I always get that word tongue-tied. You know, Filipinos, man. Those are Japhites. Right? Them Eastern Islanders, those are Japhites, man. But yet you'll call yourself Japhetic. Right? People calling them Japhetic. They say that they're Japhet. But yet, Japhites are not Semites, man. Japhites are not Shemites. The confusion is real, man. And the stupidity is real.
Our Lindsay Davis, schools could lose federal funding.
They've encamped on the campus. They're threatening people with their lives, and they're preventing them from exercising their freedom. That's the limit. That's the line.
And Speaker Johnson even said,
And they told him to come out there and say that, man, because he's an idiot.
it's possible they could call in the National Guard to these schools if needed. And Robin, of course, this is all happening as a lot of universities are in preparations for their graduation ceremonies. Robin?
Need to keep that in mind. All right, Trevor. Thank you.
So, you know, I got another one here. Right? This was in Atlanta. Right? And yeah, man. It's getting real out here. But this is what you see, the division. Like the Lord said, he ain't come to send peace on earth. So ain't gonna be no peace. All this talk about peace and longevity and, you know, America, you know, and Israel bouncing back, and it ain't gonna happen, man. Matthew 12 and verse 25. And it reads, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right? So this place is on its way out because you see the division. Right? It said, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? How is it going to stand? If he's divided, man. They hate one another. Right? Let me see something real quick. All right. I want to give you something real quick. Salakia. Salakia, 1 second. Let me see. NLT. Kingdom. Looking for this. Okay, come. Check this out. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart, man. It said, and if Satan casting out Satan, he is divided and fighting against himself, his own kingdom will not survive. So there you have it, man. This place is on its way out. Why? Because civil unrest is brewing. Right? The third world's war is brewing. Right? So check this one out, man.
Protests turned to chaos on campuses across the country, from Yale University, Columbia University, and the University of Texas in Austin. And also here at home, demonstrators at Emory University set up tents and spoke out against the Israel-Hamas war happening in Gaza. Those today calling for a ceasefire were joined by those against the Atlanta Police Training Facility, commonly referred to as Cop City. But law enforcement took action when the protesters, who Emory says are not a part of their community, would not leave the campus. We're going to have live team coverage here of the growing demonstrations. Fox's Chelsea Torres joins us live from Yale University.
Look, Jake. They twisting Jake up, man.
Want to begin first with Fox 5's Eric Perry at Emory right now. Eric, you were the only reporter bringing us live coverage of the arrests when it got to that point. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, Christine, we can tell you intense moments. We were in the thick of it as Emory University Police brought in Atlanta Police and the Georgia State Patrol as well. I want to take a look behind. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. That we had some speakers a little earlier here as well. We saw tasers used. We even saw people using what we believe was a chemical agent. We could smell that as well. And we saw about a dozen people being placed into handcuffs and taken away. We do want to warn you, some of the images that you will see are violent and might not be good for young children. It was something never seen on the campus of Emory University Thursday as pro-Palestinian protesters and those against the Atlanta training facility went head-to-head with law enforcement. This was how the day started. Dozens of people with tents, bullhorns, and other displays joining with other major universities across the country, calling for an immediate ceasefire. Then this. Emory University police called in Atlanta police and the Georgia State Patrol to try to disperse the crowd. We were the only station on air to bring you live coverage as pepper spray was deployed. Tasers were used.
Right here. How they treat working people in this city.
And several were hauled away in restraints.
I was just walking, so I don't know why. You're hurting me! Ow! Let go!
Free Palestine. Free Atlanta. Listen, Emory University, we're better than this. We're better than this.
Some faculty, I'm president-elect at the University of Senate.
You say your name?
Noel McAfee.
According to Emory University's website, she is with the philosophy department. She wasn't.
And hey, man, these are protests, and when Esau get in his true nature, he ain't gonna give a damn about you, man. He don't give a damn about his own people. It's not gonna matter your status. It's not gonna matter what your degree is, how much money you got, how famous you are, man. Your ass gonna get, knocked on the damn ground, man, or even be put to death. Right? You people believe that, they know me. I'm a elected official, man. Them elected officials, man, they about to man, listen. This whole place is about to be turned upside down. You can keep, with your pride all you want, man. It's not going to work out for you. This is Proverbs 29:2. But you see all these protests and all these things going on all across the globe because people are in a state of mourning, man. They're in a state of anger and madness. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Yeah, if the righteous were in authority, this wouldn't be going on. People would be okay, man. Right? Everybody will have what they need in order to survive. It wouldn't be no rape, robbing, murdering. Hey, everybody will be in a joyous state, man. It says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So that's how you know who's in the rulership. Right? Esau, Edom is in rulership. The righteous are the Israelites. And guess what? The Israelites are next up to rule. Not China, not Russia. The Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the one you call niggas, spics, wetbacks. Those are going to be your next rulers real soon, man. Right? That's what's going on, man. And when people get in that mourning state, that mourning turns to anger, turns to action. And that's what you see going on. Right? But we've been telling you what's coming. We in the last days. And what did the Lord say in the last days? This is 2 Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, which is the last days, shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride, man. The people in America are very prideful. They believe that nothing that's happening in the world is going to touch the shores of America. It's not going to impact their life. This is what they believe. That's a proud thing to think and to say. So just for that, the Lord is going to check you on that, man. The Lord is going to just turn your world and your life upside down. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Ain't going to be a damn thing you can do about it. Especially if you're a heathen, man. Especially. Let's continue.
the only staff member detained.
The university atmosphere. This is a campus. This is a place where we're supposed to have ideas, debate ideas.
Nobody want to debate no more. Now it's a call for action now. Because talking is not getting through to nobody, man. That's like the same with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Most High. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has his servants, the prophets, out teaching, his people to return to him, telling his people, warning his people to return to him, but nobody wants to listen. So what comes next? Action, man. Judgment, death, destruction, curses, plagues. That's what comes next. People understand violence. People understand action, man. A lot of people, they're not with words. You can talk to you blue in the face. People are not going to regard your words, man. So what do you got to do next? You gotta lead with an iron fist. You gotta use examples with an iron fist, man. Right? That's when you're gonna get people's attention.
Many gathered around the protesters as they waited to be taken away in vans. They say they are furious at the level of force used on campus.
This is ridiculous. This is shameful.
All right, back out here live, you can still see some activity. We know they are preparing for a 6 p.m. protest. They've been calling more people to join right here on the quad. We did hear an updated statement from Emory University. They say they did request the assistance there after the moments that people came on campus with tents. They say the activists who initially gathered were not recognized as members of the community, and they say they were very disruptive. Again, they called in Atlanta police. They also called in the Georgia State Patrol. We also heard a statement from Atlanta police as well. They say they did not use rubber bullets, which many people here believe that they did, but they did confirm they used a chemical agent. Let me tell you, police presence from both Atlanta police and Emory University police still heavy tonight, and it can only get more heavy as that 6 p.m. protest approaches. Of course, we'll have you covered with any of the latest. Also, we're hearing from lawmakers. We'll have that part of the story for you when you join us starting at 5 at Emory University. I'm Eric Perry, Fox 5
All right,
News.
hopefully there will be less tension at the protest later this evening. We'll see. Eric.
And hey, man, these protests are going to get more and more violent. And Jake is the center of attention, man. Right? Everything is going to be blamed on you, Jakes. So this is the conclusion of the matter, man. This is what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is fixing to do to the land of, spiritual Egypt, which is America, which is Babylon, man. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 29. It says, "And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon." All the plagues, man. Right? To make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant, man, because when it's all said and done, America is not going to be inhabited. This place is going to be flatlined. This place is going to be, put out, man. So, hey, get ready for it. The way you get ready is you turn back to your power, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. If not, you're going to Paris. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Hey, to the next lesson. Shalom.